Hello beautiful people, happy weekend and welcome to your practical application of astrology and my personal story share. This one might be a little bit all over the place because the energies are very intense. As everybody is probably aware, at least everybody watching this, we are fast approaching the first eclipse of 2024, which is the full moon lunar eclipse in Libra that will take place on Monday, depending where you are in the world. For me it will be at 1 a.m., 1:13, the exact eclipse time. So yeah, we are preparing for all of that. The energies have been building up. I will name the few main things that took place this week astrologically. As we are aware, now we are in a Aries season, therefore a new astrological year had begun, new season. There is a change in the air because the nature, at least for us in northern hemisphere, is being reborn, and so are we. And actually it doesn't matter where you are in the world, whether it's northern or southern hemisphere, we all going through a process of rebirth as we speak. So I'm going to share some of the stuff that's been showing up in my life, but to be honest, I really need some time to digest it because I feel really overwhelmed right now, and that's hand on heart. I thought it was just because I have moon in Cancer, and of course being moon in Cancer, I'm very sensitive to lunations as it is, but this has been something else. And then I actually properly look at my chart, which is funny because I don't do that very often. I work with astrology on daily basis. I look at people's chart, but I don't look at mine very often. I didn't realize just how many things are going to be activated for me personally with this lunar eclipse in Libra, because I thought, well, I have nothing in Libra, so it's fine. But actually I'm going to have so many activations. This Libra full moon is going to trine my ascendant, trine my Jupiter, oppose my Mercury and Venus. Venus is the ruler of my north node, square my moon, square my Neptune. It's just tons of things are being activated, and I'm like, oh yeah, I understand now why I feel like I've been hit by something. But anyway, like I said, I will mention a few things, but I will predominantly want to focus in this video on the spirit. So I'm going to be reading my channeled message. And also I want to use a communication through cards. I'm going to once again use cards to bring through some messages, and I'm gonna leave it at that because, like I said, I feel the energy is just too intense for me right now to be able to teach in a concise and conscious way, or I don't even know how to put it, but I just don't feel that right now I can share very much from my life that will be helpful to people because I need to process it myself first. But anyway, let's just start from the beginning. So on Monday the 18th, at the beginning of this week, we had the Mercury North Node conjunction, which started the new cycle between Mercury and North Node, and this is inviting us to look at things with a new eye, to start perceiving reality in a different way. Then for some of us it was on Tuesday, for majority of people it was on Wednesday the 20th. We had the equinox, sun moved into the sign of Aries, and therefore the Aries season began. And then on Wednesday the 20th we also experienced the Mercury Chiron conjunction. This was the first one of the three. We'll have two more because Mercury will go retrograde, and each time Mercury and Chiron conjunct Mars as the ruler is in a different sign. So this first one was under influence of Mars in Aquarius. The next one will be with Mars in Pisces, because actually Mars moved into Pisces yesterday, and the last one in May will be when Mars will be already in the sign of his rulership in Aries. So then on Thursday we had the first sextile between Sun and Pluto, and also conjunction between Venus and Saturn. So this started also a new cycle between Venus and Saturn in a sign of Pisces. And then, as I already mentioned yesterday, on Friday, well, for some people it was already Saturday, but for everybody across the Atlantic it was still Friday, Mars moved into the sign of Pisces, where Mars will remain until end of April. And this is what makes this Aries season so different, because even though Sun, Mercury already, and soon enough Venus, all in the sign of Aries, Mars, as the ruler of the North Node, is in Pisces. So this is what makes things really confusing, very nebulous, very just like ethereal in a sense. So this is why people might think like, oh yeah, it's Aries season, I should be feeling all this fire and stuff, and it's all this flooding of stuff that we need to deal with because it's connected to Pisces, it's connected to the past and who we were, and this is what we are having a very close look at, because we're deciding where we going, who we becoming, what choices are we making, what changes are we making, and this is what came through in the channeled message. So today is Saturday. Moon entered into Virgo yesterday, so Moon is in Virgo today, and it will remain in Virgo until, for me, afternoon on Sunday. For well, quite a lot of people still, it will be Sunday. For some, especially people in Australia, New Zealand, it will be already Monday when Moon will move into the sign of Libra, and that's of course the build up towards the full moon lunar eclipse that is taking place on Monday. For me here in Mexico, it will be at 1 a.m. The exact eclipse is happening 1:13, so depends where you are in the world, you adjust it to your time zone. But anyway, so this is technically it with regards to astrology. We can see we had quite a few conjunction: Mercury North Node, Mercury Chiron, and Venus and Saturn. So this restarted cycles, resetted cycles. Old cycles began, new cycles, old cycles ended, new cycles began, and also we began new season, we began new astrological year. So there are a lot of things that are starting to build up alongside with this energy that is leading us towards this first eclipse of 2024. And because it is in Libra, it is seeking balance, because Libra is all about balance, about equilibrium, harmony, and it's about relationships. So this is what probably majority of us have been experiencing, that we've been learning where things are out of balance through the interaction with external environment, whether it was just like, you know, people people in your immediate environment, like your husband, your children and stuff like that, or whether it's environment made of people, you know, like shops or whatever. So there's been definitely things showing up for me, and in a sense, work-wise, my week was busy with regards to collaboration, but not so busy with regards to client, because I'm trying to take it easy at the moment while I'm processing all these energies, and also because my solar return is coming up next month. My sun is already in my 12th house of, you know, like when you put the sun sign in the first house, the sun is in my 12th house now. So I'm starting to feel like really introspective, like really like my energy is definitely wanting to focus on different things, not just doing. And every time there is an opportunity to start some new collaboration or new business or something, I'm like, it's not the right time. It's not the right time for me personally to start the new things. And like I said, even though we are in Aries, because Mars is now in Pisces for the entire Aries season, for the rest of it, and Mars rules everything in Aries, it is very different energy, because it's is it in alignment? Is it in alignment with your soul? It's no longer just doing and creating just for the sake of it, of burning this fire, but this is the divine fire of creation. So the main question is, does this hold a meaning? Is it in alignment? Will it support the creation of something better for all of us and stuff like that? So anyway, so as I said, my experience of this week was predominantly like high intensity and overwhelmed, even though I can't really say that I've done so much, but the way I'm dealing with my life at the moment, I feel really overwhelmed. Like I feel like I'm not doing anymore, or, you know, I'm doing in some cases less, but I just feel, because time is going so quickly and because these energies are so heightened, I feel like I'm burning very quickly. Like there is just so much electricity and like a nervous energy, at least for me personally. So I feel that things are maxed out quickly. So there is, I cannot just keep going and keep spending my energy doing things I'm used to doing, because they come in quick, like shorter burst, something like that. I don't know if I'm explaining this properly, but the bottom line is that this week has been intense for me emotionally and energetically, and I feel that it wouldn't really benefit many people for me to go into details right now. So that's why I want to focus on different aspects. And, you know, this is the build up towards the Libra eclipse, because like I said, Libra is about balance. And now currently we are experiencing what is not in balance, what is out of balance, and whether it's to do with the relationship in our lives. So, you know, like are our relationships with our spouses in balance, or friends or something, or whether, like I said, Libra represents the other. It's everything that is not you, is that mirror that is helping us to learn something. So two things are coming forward, is that actual relationships with humans that we have, are these things in balance? Is there even an energy exchange, giving and receiving? And also the external environment is showing us what is out of balance. So this doesn't have to be a particular person we know, it's just the circumstances, the energy of the interaction between ourselves and our external environment, which is showing us what is or no longer is in balance, and potentially where there is a pattern that now needs to change because it's creating maybe too much chaos or too much like I keep saying, if we are being taken out of balance, how quickly can we go back to it? So this is what's been really showing up in my life. A lot of different tiny situations, nothing to do with like particular people, or like people I know, or my like close relationship, close relational dynamics, but the interaction with the external environment and how it's impact through the impact that it's been having on me. I had the opportunity to observe and learn like what's going on here. Is like, why am I getting so worked up about small things, or why is this even happening, or like what is the belief system behind this that is attracting these circumstances and stuff like that. So this is what I mean. I don't even know if I'm explaining this correctly, but this is what's been showing up for me, and I need to digest it. I really need to dig deeper to understand the meaning of this all. But with the full moon, it's an illumination. It's a midpoint that is giving us the opportunity for balance, to balance things before the things come to the end, which is the next conjunction. That will be the solar eclipse in Libra in October. And that's when we release before the new cycle will begin. Because as I keep saying, conjunctions are always about closing of the cycles and beginning of new cycles. So this is the midpoint. This is the balancing point that is showing us what is not in balance, what is maybe extremely out of balance, or how are we being impacted by either people or external environmental dynamics, and what kind of response is it creating within us that is showing us what is or is not in balance anymore. So anyway, I'm gonna leave it at that, because I just feel I'm just gonna dig myself into deeper hole. This is all happening to help us understand ourselves, to help us understand the dynamics of our life and the dynamics of the collective experience, and make adjustments. Because like I said, this is the midpoint, is the opportunity for that, and it's eclipse. So eclipses kick a punch, because we cannot just ignore them that, oh, well, it's just a full moon. No, this is an eclipse, and it's happening on a south node. So this is why these past dynamics are coming up, past patterns are coming up. So yeah, so this is technically what's going on. I did make a in-depth interpretation of the full moon lunar eclipse on my YouTube channel already, in the astrological forecast, which is predominantly focused on that. I also already released my collaboration with my soul sister Marissa from Growing the Flow, Stars and Cards, episode 18, and that's where we also dived into the energies of the equinox and the eclipse. And I also will be recording my collaboration with Adrienne, where we dive deep into the chart analysis of this eclipse. So if people want to see on the screen like what is actually going on, what we're talking about, that will be released on Monday, exactly at the time of the eclipse. So stay tuned for that. So if you would like to hear any more information, you can find it there. But now I'm going to focus on the spiritual guidance of this video. So first, I'm actually going to read the channeled message. I'm going to do things a little bit differently, and then I'm going to pull some cards and we see how we go with that. I don't intend to make this video very long, because like I said, my energy is quite fluctuating at the moment, and I don't feel that I can give as much as I normally do. So I'm just going to keep it within the boundaries of what I feel I can produce that still has a quality. So anyway, so this is what my guides gave me to share today. So what do my guides want me to share today? Focus. The change is in the air, but fear not. Everything you need to overcome any obstacles is already within you. You were conditioned to fear change, to fear the unknown, but change is the only constant. Change is guaranteed, and the unknown is full of mystery, full of potentiality. Very powerful energies are in force right now. Eclipses always bring the energy of change. The wheel has already turned. A new season already begun. Everything keeps changing, and everything keeps growing and evolving. So is the cycle of life. So are the cycles of nature. Just flow with life without a fear, like water. Water always finds a way to get where it's destined to go. And so will you find your own way forward into the life you are creating with every passing moment. Observe your life, observe your thoughts, observe the stories you are attached to. All of this can change at any moment, just like anything and everything else does and will keep changing. These are pivotal times in human history, pivotal stage of your evolution. Choices have to be made. The consequences of the old choices are becoming illuminated. The patterns that are not in alignment with your path are becoming obvious. Change uncomfortable, sorry, they're becoming obvious, uncomfortable, and in many cases unbearable. But remember, everything changes, and so can this. You can change any pattern, any thought, any belief. You can change the story of your life at any moment. You are learning to recognize how everything you are experiencing and interacting with is a result of your own creation. So, what is it that you'd like to change? Or is there a need for more of the same just to make sure the right choice is being made? There isn't really a right or a wrong choice. There are only choices, and you decide what label to label them with. So pay attention. What is becoming illuminated to you at this present moment, at this stage of your life, of your journey, as individuals and also members of the human collective. Where do you wish to go from here? It's all up to you. Own your choices, honor your free will, change that which is no longer desired, which no longer serves the highest purpose and greatest good of all. Eclipses have a bad rap. Again, these are your labels. Nothing is only bad or only good. Everything there on planet Earth holds the potential to become both. Eclipses bring change. Changes are part of life. Changes are necessary to encourage, support, and guide you through different passages of growth, passages of your hero's journey. This is a full moon, the midpoint, the balancing point. We already spoke of harmony, balance, and peace, and how the universe always strives to establish balance. We pointed out that the energies leading up to the eclipses were the preparation. Well, the eclipses are here now, and so the process of change has begun. A new cycle had opened. A need for balancing of that which is extremely out of balance is creating an urgent need for change. Energies of past are becoming illuminated and energies of future potentials are being seeded. These seeds will grow over the time. So we ask you again, what do you wish to change? What do you want to seed to experience going forward? Who are you becoming as these changes are starting to manifest? This is the eclipse of retrospection. It brings forth the past patterns so they can be changed, so the balance can be reestablished. There's nothing to fear. You were born for these times. These are the times of change that will create the opportunities for the soul to come forward, for the soul to become fully present in your everyday life and your decision making going forward. This is about reunion, the most important relationship of your life between you and your soul. The changes that are happening and will continue to happen will support this process of reunion. This is what's desired. This is what is necessary and needed right now. So fear not, dear children of the universe. Everything is happening exactly as needed. The eclipses are just making it more tangible, more inevitably present. This is the year of strength, and the building of your strength has already begun. You are You are powerful beyond comprehension. The more you reconnect with your soul and with the all there is, the more you'll embody the essence of your being, your real strength and limitless potential of who you can be and what you can create. So observe, decide, and make the changes you need to make to get where you desire to go. The timeline you are choosing with your free will is the one you'll be experiencing, and whatever it is, it can and will also change, because change is life and life is change. Rest now, dear child. The energies are building and the intensity is rising, but all for a good cause, to put it in human term. Remember who you are and remember your connection to all. You are loved and forever loved, and so it is. Okay, here we go. So this was the channeled message that I wrote just before starting recording. And now I'm going to pull some cards and then I'm going to leave it at that. So I would like to start with the Queen of the Moon. Myself and Marisa, my soul sister, already pulled a card from this deck for the stars and cards, but I'm going to see what else will come through. Already one card jumped out as I was shuffling. It was the beginning. So let's see if it comes up again. If not, I'm sure this card plays its roles, because we know that we are beginning a new cycle and a new astrological year and a new everything. So let's see what else might want to come out. So let's see for the collective message of these current energies leading up to the lunar eclipse in Libra. Okay. Oh wow, this is too many. I got 3 cards, it's too many. Let's try again. Just 1 card, please. Okay. Self-reflection. Oh my god, that was in a message. This is the moon of reflection. Retrospection, that's what this was. 17, number 8. We can see the mirror and we can also see the water, and we can see, well, it's a waning gibbous, but it's quite big. It kind of looks like an eclipse, you know, if there was the little ring. But yeah, mirror. Everything is being mirrored to us right now. Well, I mean, it always is, but we are becoming very conscious of it. So yeah, self-reflection. This is a time. That's why I just feel very introspective energy with this moon. But like I said, you know, it's squaring my natal moon in Cancer. So self-reflection. Be curious about your own nature. Choose to turn inwards to quietly contemplate who and what you are and want. That's literally what was just in that message. The more you know about yourself, the more you are able to steer yourself well. Know what you believe and why, yet be open to development of new beliefs and ways of being. And then the affirmation is, I'm not afraid to look deeply at myself in all aspects. Both scientists and spiritual practitioners believe there is much benefit to be had in self-reflection. The process involves us thinking about what is happening, how we react, and make sense of it. It exposes our strengths and weaknesses and gives us information to make changes if we choose to. It gives us a small respite in the busyness of life and allows our brain to make some sense of the chaos we experience each day. As reflection is something we all would benefit from doing, why don't we do it? First, self-reflection requires us to slow down somewhat and turn our awareness inward, something that does not come naturally to some, and especially not the highly extroverted. Starting small and maybe getting assistance from someone else as a guide can solve this. Second, some people are not sure exactly how to self-reflect and so do not try. To change this, examine the various ways to self-reflect during a regular 5-minute recap of the day as you commute home or before dinner. Sit quietly and think about all that has happened and your reaction to it as on this moon every moon cycle. Record how you feel each day. There are many ways to self-reflect and one will suit you. Third, some people self-reflect, but when they do, they don't like the feelings of vulnerability, anger, guilt, or even defensiveness. This incurs. Why go there if when it isn't pleasant? Here is where we grow our self-responsibility. Short-term pain will certainly be worth long-term gain if we do not ignore the elephant in the room. A regular practice of self-reflection allows us to intercede before problems get too big. We can, for example, catch ourselves before something gets way out of hand. We can apologize and make amends to someone for our mistake. We can catch negative patterns and stop them in their tracks. The theme of waning gibbous moon, of which this is the first, is the process of self-reflection and building resilience. Companion stone or metal is tiger's eye, which is the solar plexus, the I am, who I am, who are you, what do you want? So yes, this is fascinating, and it's so interesting that we have the water that flows and being neck deep in emotions, and I can definitely resonate with that. All these different, we are observing all these different versions of ourselves. We are being shown the mirror, and we are invited to be neck deep in our emotions, because that's what I mean. It's a full moon. Full moon is a midpoint. It is not a culmination. This cycle will end in October. This is halfway. And that's why a lot of things are coming up to the surface, because the solar eclipse in Libra, which took place last year in October, seeded this energy of necessity for new relationship paradigm to interact with each other and our external environment in a very different way, because things are completely out of balance in the world right now, as we know, and also that's a mirror to our life, because I guess a lot of people are experiencing that. So anyway, so this is the Queen of the Moon. It does not surprise me, this card, and I'm sure the beginning would also pack the same impact, but it's interesting because this is literally the energy. Beginning, let me see if I can find it real quick just to show you. But yes, I was shuffling, that card literally shot out, like it just, it fell on the floor. But I don't know if I'll be able to find it real quick. So yeah, so it's interesting that this is literally the energies we are experiencing at the moment, because like I said, we are in Aries season. However, everything Mars, as the ruler of Aries, it's in Pisces. So let me just pause this. Okay, so this is the card of the beginnings, the one that shot out. You can see the gateway. So it literally is about us reflecting of where we came from and all these different versions of ourselves that are present with us, because they were being created by everything we went through. That's what I keep saying, that you are not just one thing, like we are amalgamation and composite of everything that came before, including our past life, ancestor memory, and also collective imprint. But now a new gateway is opening, which is giving us an opportunity to walk through into a new dimension. Choose your different timeline. So yeah, there's a number two about duality, choice, and number 8, strength. This is what makes us strong, to face the shadow, to face the things, the aspects of ourselves we might not like, which is, like I said, there are patterns that has been present in my life that are popping up this week, which are not making me very good about myself, about this experience that I'm having with these patterns. But it's exactly that. How many times do we need the same lesson, right? Because there is an opportunity to walk through a new door. So are we going to choose it? It's up to each and every single one of us, and how much inner work we do, so we remove the obstacles that are making us feel that we can't. Okay, so that was that. So the next one I chose is the energy oracle deck, which from Sandra and Taylor. I will put the things in the notes, but I thought, let's read the energy in general. I used the deck of the 7 energies last week, so this is the other energetical one that I have. So this is the one that was winking to me, and interestingly, all of them had a blue box. All of them had the, okay, so the intention, okay, what is the energy? What is the current energy that we are experiencing? Door to romance. There we go. 33, master number frequency, heart chakra. There is a heart that is in the cage. Heart that is in a cage. So it's like the door is opening to free the heart from the cage. And I really feel that this is literally what was in that message again, you know, about the reunion between ourselves and our higher selves, between ourselves and our soul. And that door is opening. So that's really interesting. So through this introspection and reflection, we have the opportunity to make new choice, to walk through a new door, because there is another door. There is another door. That's so crazy. Like literally, there is another door. Just like here, this is a new moon that's gonna be, I feel, more present for us for the solar eclipse in Aries, even though the energies are already here. This is an eclipse season and everything, there is no separation between timelines. Everything is happening at the same time. It's just we need to tap into the energy. So the energy is like, yes, with this full moon, which is an illumination midpoint, we are reflecting of what brought us to this point. Who are we? What we became? What are all these different aspects of ourselves? And which part of this doesn't even belong to us? That's the thing. What out of who we are and what we experience in it's a recreation of an old pattern that didn't even belong to us. And then there is a door opening to give an opportunity for a new beginning. And that's what was in that message, in the channeled message, which they said like, well, this is necessary because it creates the opportunity for change, opportunity for the soul to step forward, where things starts going more and more wacky outside of us, and we decide, I don't want to keep experiencing these patterns. I don't want to keep attracting the same circumstances and outcome of the same, because that's the thing, you know, if we keep doing the same thing and making the same decision, then we cannot expect different result. It's, you know, it's the definition of insanity, right? Like if we keep doing the same thing and expect different results, right? Einstein, I just butchered it up, but you get the whiff of it, guest of it, jest of it, something like that. Anyway, you know, this eclipse is also trining my Chiron in Gemini, so, you know, and the Chiron Mercury conjunction happened it happened on my Mercury, and Mercury is the ruler of my Chiron. So this is where a lot of wounding is coming up for me to process. But anyway, what we can see here is that the heart, which is the gateway to the soul, is in the cage. It's been put in the cage. Why? Because there's been this disconnection. This is what I've been talking about, what I was bringing through all these videos, that the human self has been disconnected from the soul self because of all these beliefs, because of all these programs, all this conditioning, all these stories, all this somebody else is the authority, and we were being made to feel so small, and the heart's been there all along. It's just it's in a cage, and the key is right outside of the cage. I don't know if you can see it. It's here. There's the key. There's the cage. The heart is in the cage, and the heart is right there. The heart is in the cage, but the key is there. It's there. It's not hiding. It's there. You can just unlock it and open the door. Open the door. Look at all that potential, all that love that's present, and all that heart, the healing of the heart chakra. The yellow and the orange, the yellow, the solar plexus, the stone was tiger eye, solar plexus, strength. We are in the year of the Leo, the 8, that's the card strength, and that represents Leo in astrology, number 8. And the orange is about solar plexus, about creation. And then we see, isn't that like, it looks like a water, right? It looks like a grass with a pond. Water, again, we have another water. We have water here, neck deep in the fields, because Mars is in Pisces. It's gonna keep bringing more stuff to the surface. So that's what I mean. We feel like we're going forward, but a lot of the forward means going back, going back to retrieve ourselves from the past. And it's the number 33, Christ consciousness, connected to unity consciousness. So what we've been hiding in a wardrobe, right? What's hiding in a closet? The true essence of who we are, coming out of the closet, right? There is an expression, coming out of the broom closet, right? Look, what is wanting to come out of the closet? Your higher self, your soul. It wants to be present because it's the heart. Heart is the connection to the soul, and all that magic, all the little sparkle. Can you see all the little sparkle, all the stars at the side? There is the magic, the unseen world, the sparkle and the heart, connected, the visible and the invisible. Wow. Wow. My eye just kept going to the deck. I knew there was a reason why I had to use it. Okay, let's see what is the actual official interpretation of that card without me just making up stories here. Okay, door to romance, new beginnings in love. Okay, whether you're looking for a new relationship or just more love in the relationship you're in, this door with the heart opens into a new beginning in your experience. A new love might be arriving, and might be arriving, and you are being brought together by a strong resonant connection. This may be a call from a past life, or it may be a new tenderness about to bloom into heartfelt affection. This relationship already exists in energetic potential. So when this card appears in your spread, make sure you are projecting the kind of self-loving energy that you want to receive from others. Beware that the universe returns your self-caring treatment to you. It's ready to open that door. Are you? And the affirmation is, as I open the door to my own self-love, I attract more and more loving tenderness to me. Okay? Wow. Yeah, look, that figure she's holding is the same woman. Is the same woman. And they all connected, holding each other's hands, right? This one is turning the back. So which are the aspects of ourselves that we don't want to look at? That we turning our back to, that are preventing us from walking through this new door of healing. You can see all the green. Look at the gray world. It's like snow, gray world. Let's just read this card as well. I didn't actually read the interpretation of that one because I didn't pull it on the camera, but like I said, when I was shuffling the decks, it just jumped out. Okay, let's see. New beginnings, new moon. So that's this one, the one that came out before I press record. You are offered a fresh start. Your journey is beginning. Take a first steps towards something new. It's time to place emphasis on your health and well-being. And then the affirmation is, I accept and rejoice in renewal and beginnings. There is something incredibly poetic and even romantic about the tiny sliver of silver that is a new moon. After the waning cycle and depth of the dark moon, here is appearing in the sky incredibly a crescent of a finest light. Almost a scratch opened the blackboard of the universe. There is the evidence that even after the darkest night, light returns again. The crescent of a new moon is an ancient symbol that stretches back to ancient prehistory. There are cave drawings featuring crescent moon sculptures of goddesses with crescent moon diadems with the goddesses Aphrodite, Hecate, Diana, Artemis, Inanna, and many Central Asian female deities. They're often depicted with the new moon symbology. Go back even further to Neolithic cave paintings where moon and the sun symbols featured with no face more commonly being depicted than the new moon. When the new moon appears in the lunar cycle, we are gifted with a new beginnings and fresh start. What we have identified as useless or unneeded anymore has been released in the void of the dark moon. And here, waiting is a new chance. Here we get to renew our lives and feel free enough to risk trying again. Whether we are asking for a fresh start in relationships or new love, or new love, or are heralding the actioning of intentions such as better health, a new business, or a start of a new project. Riding the new moon energy will assist us. Many creative people start new work on a new moon, and I personally, as an author, that's the author of this deck, Stacey DeMarco, like to begin all my new works on this phase, even if beginning means simply typing up a cover page or outline. The most powerful of new moons for new starts traditionally are within the season of spring. So this is, in Northern Hemisphere, this is exactly where we are. And the metal or the crystal is Celestine. So that's technically saying the same thing as far as I'm concerned. Okay, let's see what else we're gonna fish out from the cards. Okay, the next deck that was really speaking to me, I was going to use my soul deck, the Angels and Ancestors from Kyle Gray, but this one kept winking on me, which is the Angel Guidance. Oh, Angel Guides. I think it's called Angel Guides. Let me see. Angel guide. Yeah, that's from Kyle Gray as well. Look at all these orange. And that's interesting because doesn't it look like two swans, right? Two swans that create one, and we can see the butterfly, like a kind of like an outline of a butterfly. And isn't that interesting? Because butterfly is about metamorphosis, right? It's about transmutation, becoming something different. And the two swans is the eternal love, isn't it? Like they said, the swans, they are like faithful, they mate for life, don't they? And they are one. It's like a mirror image. It's the human self and the soul self. And that's exactly what's happening here. We have the key to a new life that requires for us to reconnect with the spirit. And that's exactly what I've been talking about. And that's exactly what the message was saying as well. And yeah, everybody can say, well, you're just using your own filter, which is the truth. So if it doesn't resonate, that's fine. You know, you just take what resonates, leave behind the rest. And it's 11:55, as I said it. Okay, let's see what the angel guides want to tell us. Oh. Okay, two jumped out. Okay, we have two. Take a step back and Mother, Father, God. We can see the like a nautilus shell, right? The continuous recreation. It actually is there in the center, the recreation of the cycle. And this divine being, again, nature, again, the stars. We can see the sprinkle of magic, which is the spirit world. So we are recreating with the spirit. Mother, Father, God. I'm going to read the interpretation, but you are the creator of your life. So it's like right now, and doesn't it look like a big moon, like a solar, well, it looks like a solar eclipse, even though solar eclipse is a new moon, which will be dark, but it looks like the sun. Something is being reborn. That's what I mean. Even though this is the lunar eclipse, we already tapped into the solar eclipse as well, because they come in as a package. This is the first eclipse of the year, and is the well, for us here is the spring, it's the rebirth. But even for the southern hemisphere, it's a rebirth. Something is being reborn. The seasons are being reborn. And this one, take a step back and look. He's also got like, it looks like a magician, doesn't it? Doesn't he look like a magician? And look at all this. It also has a spiral in there in the middle. It's again another spiral, and it looks like he's creating some, and all that purple and yellow. Purple is the crown chakra, and it looks like connection to everything there is. It looks like literally a figure from the universe. It looks like your higher self. It looks like you are the embodiment, well, you are the embodiment of your higher self. You have the power to create the yellow, the solar plexus, anything you want. Look at that unlimited universe. It's like this. It's a small expression of that. It's coming from everything. Take a step back to decide what it is that you want to create. Okay, let's see what the interpretations say in the text. But both are creating. Both are creating. That huge sun of rebirth. Sun in Aries, it's in exaltation. It loves being in Aries because it's the place of rebirth. And Sun loves to be reborn over and over again, right? It likes to be the center of attention because you are your sun. You should be the center of your life. Okay, let's see. Mother, Father, God. Okay, here we are. Your message. You are connected to the power of creation at this time, right? Your spiritual parent is enveloping you in their incredible love and filling you with divine energy and inspiration to help you move forward. Let me just hold it so you can actually see it. I think you can see it, right? This card is a message directly from the heart of God. It is telling you that you are significant and precious. You are loved beyond measure, and the Creator power is proud of you. You are being encouraged to have faith and know that anything is possible for you. No matter what you might be going through, you are always connected to the source of creation. Your angel guide is encouraging you to remember this now. Oh my God, isn't that exactly what was in the channeled message? Remember who you are. And remember your connection to all. You are loved and forever loved. And so it is. This is exactly what this thing is just said. Oh my God. I love when this happens. Okay, remember this now. Extended message. This card is one of healing and wholeness. Healing. Neck deep in the feels. Why are we neck deep in the feels? Water. Healing. You need to feel it to heal it. We need to feel it to heal it. Okay? One of healing and wholeness. Wholeness. Pisces. Return back to the source. Whatever stories you might have heard about God being judgmental must be washed away. This is not just like for, you know, religious division over here. It doesn't matter what you call it, you know. This is just what it says in the booklet. But whether you call it God or whatever you call it, it doesn't matter. It's the same thing. So being judgmental must be washed away. Divine energy could never hold a grudge against you, for you are an extension of its love. The power and presence of the Creator are not only with you, but within you. If you have ever felt that you aren't good enough, or that you are being judged, or that you haven't been the best you can be, know that you are forgiven. Angels are with you today to help create a healing wave between you and your divine parent. This card also brings the possibility of parental healing. If you would like to clear up difficult energies between you and your parents or ancestry, know that angels are ready to help. They are guiding you to see the world through the eyes of Mother, Father, God, and to remember that love can heal everything. Wow, I'm getting goosebumps. It's amazing. I don't think there is anything else I can add. Okay, let's see what this takes steps back. It's saying. Okay, here we are. Take a step back. The Magician. Your message. Your angels are guiding you to take a step back and reflect. Reflect. Self-reflection. I mean, I know you can see it the other way around, but self-reflection. Reflect. Before proceeding further, there is an excitable and action-oriented energy around you at this time, but you are being encouraged to review the situation before making any moves. Remember that you are a sensitive being, and should the correct steps and intention not be lined up, you could open yourself up to harsh energies or situations that could be limiting to your growth. In order to have the best experience and positive outcome, take some time now to meditate on your actions, intentions, visions, and goals. Call in your angels and invite them to guide you to make decisions that will be supportive of your expansions. Am I holding it right? Expansion and highest good. Extended message. When we try to rush ahead or force something to happen, we can often miss signals, signs, and messages that are encouraging us to change course. If you have a big decision to make now or are in the midst of moving a project forward, your angels are encouraging you to take a step back and breathe. What is for you won't go by you. Your angels are encouraging you to step into the energy of trust. When you do so, you will draw universal energy and to support to you. If you have concerns about another person or a relationship, this card is guiding you to draw back and respect the space of others. Let this be a time of self-care and self-awareness, and when you step back, you let the universe step in. Right? Didn't I say? It looks like your higher self that is co-creating with you. So yeah, so this is technically how I feel this week, where I feel like I need to reflect some more on what's been going on, because the energy has been intense, at least for me. Like I said, I'm Cancer Moon, and I can tap into something over here that made me to want to slow down. Okay, we are 48 minutes, and I didn't want to make this long, but I still have the Wisdom of the Oracle. This deck is the Truth Teller. I love this deck because it always tells how it is. And then I just wanted to pull one major arcana for the week, and that's it. Okay, so let's see. Let's see what the Wisdom of the Oracle, what message it wants to give us with regards to the current energies. Okay, there is a card here. Thinker. Oh my god, this card, it just came up in one of my readings. Thinker, 44, in other master number frequencies. And we just had the take a step back card, right? Take a step back, this one, the magician card, in order to create magic. Even though there is not really a wrong choice, you know, all the choices are gonna help us to learn something, but is it necessary to keep having the same lesson, right? That's the question. So here we have the thinker. You can see there is a little fairy on the box, you know, like a ballerina thinking. There are again these stars. So she's a little bit like, thinker, 44. Master number energy, another 8. We already had the 8, the self-reflection. So we have card of self-reflection. We have the take a step back, and we have the thinker. I mean, how many more cards can we get with the same message? Crazy. Okay, thinker, let's see. 44. Essential meaning, strategy, being analytical and logical. The oracle's message, the ability to reason and strategize is the focus now. Take things at face value and follow the logical path. Your calculation will prove to be correct, for in this moment there is no deeper meaning than what is obvious. Things are exactly as they seem. You have all the information you need. Keep it simple and you will win the game of life you're playing with right now. Relationship message, if this is concerning your close relationships. Love is not logical, but when you choose a partner, it is good to have things in common other than desire. This is a time to weigh the pros and cons of your partnership. If there is enough common ground, go for it. If not, there are other fish in the sea. Don't force it to work. And should others tell you who they are, take them at their word. Now is not the time to indulge in fantasy. No matter what, in this case, the facts are the facts. Prosperity message. This is about career. Calculated action is called for now. It's important to sit down and plan a strategy. Focus on the steps you're going to take to claim your prosperous life. Lists are your friends now, and get out your journal. That was like the self-reflection. Write down what you're going to do today to signal to the universe that you're serious about attracting abundance. Your plans and strategies will yield wonderful results. Remember, your most effective strategic partner is spirit. You will win this game, and your triumph will be for the highest good of all. And if it's challenge, if this energy is challenge, protection message, you might be suffering from analysis paralysis. Thinking has its place, but trying to figure everything out logically is not going to work right now. Okay, so this is like the opposing message. So you have to tune into your intuition. Which one is it for you? Your conclusions will likely be faulty, and you might act upon false assumptions that will get you in a jam. Give your mind a rest. Do something creative, exercise or meditate. Soon you'll come to your senses, and an aha moment will bring you clarity. Okay, so this is obviously two opposing messages. So I would say, with regards to the mundane everyday life and what is being shown to us at the moment, I would say, well, see what is manifested. So with regards to, I don't know, like what is showing up, like what like this, I feel like it's more about the mundane energy, that, you know, like what results are we getting by doing the same thing. And then the other aspect of it is the intuition. Is it actually in alignment? Does it feel in alignment? Because this is where I feel, again, like I was saying, with the Mercury aspects that are being happening at the moment, that we need to create a balance between the two, the higher mind and the ego mind. So the ego mind serves its purpose to help us survive through the three-dimensional reality, but the higher mind is tapped into the intuition. It knows things that our ego doesn't know, because ego knows only what already happened. It's the archive of the past. So this is where I feel, think it through. Is it with regards to a real life experience? So for example, if a person keep treating you the same way, and it's a way that you no longer enjoy, there is no point making excuses or trying to justify that behavior, or say like, oh well, they're just having a bad day or whatever. Because like, I think there is a saying, right, when people tell you or show you who they are, believe them, right? I feel it's like that. But then there are things with regards to higher mind which are not logical. So like when you have the inner knowing and you just know, and there is no logical explanation. So I feel, you know, with these cards, take it whichever you wish. and also take it based on what is the situation. Use your discernment. That's what I would say. But we already had self-reflection, we had thinker, and we had take a step back. So there are things that definitely need a reevaluation at this point, which is what I feel is the full moon for. Is the illumination of the patterns to do with other people or external environment or both that are showing us what is out of balance and help us to reconnect with our higher guidance, because our higher self knows everything. Okay, last card, one major arcana from the traditional Rider-Waite deck, and I'm closing it with that. So this video turned out long despite the fact that it was meant to be short. Okay, Spirit, one card please for this week for the lunar eclipse in Libra. Okay, well, again, multiple fell out, so I'm not gonna take all of them. Just one card. Okay, one card. The Lovers. Lovers is the choice. Number 6. Oh my god. Number 6 is the number of balance. Isn't it? Like, I think it's the number associated with Venus, if I'm correct. And we have what? Lunar eclipse in Libra, ruled by Venus. And then you got it. The choice. The Lovers. The choice. The card that represents Gemini. What choice are we going to make? And in order to make the choice that is right for you, we need to self-reflect. And we need to think about it. And we need to take a step back and ask questions. And feel the feels. And connect with our heart. Because it's always been there. It's right there. Look, in the locker. And the key is there too. So this is just perfect. Choice. Balance. Number 6. Venus. Based on the relationship towards yourself, all the other relationship will just... Whatever is your relationship towards yourself, all relationship in your life are just mirroring that back to you. So as they say, people will only treat you the way you let them to treat you, right? So this is perfect. And also the divine feminine and the divine masculine, is it in balance? Yeah, and we have the angel, right? Isn't that the... I'm not sure now if it's the Raphael or Gabriel. I think it's the Raphael, right? I'm not 100% sure, I forgot. But either way, the angel is there. It's divinely orchestrated. And there is the fruit from the Garden of Eden, right? And there is a fire. And there is an air. And there is again this big-ass sun, which is about creation, which is about solar plexus. And what do you believe about yourself that you can or can't create? And what is the story? You know, the story we are attached to with the snake that happened a long time ago. Are we still creating from that point? I mean, this card has so much symbology. I'm just really bugged now. I think it's Raphael. Or Gabriel. It might be Gabriel. Raphael is the one for healing. Gabriel is the messenger. Anyway, I'll have to check because I really don't remember which angel it is, but it's one of the two. So I'll leave it at that. And I hope that this has been helpful. Like I said, I don't have much to say about my life right now because it's all work in progress, but I hope that the cards were clear. So I wish everybody a wonderful lunar eclipse in Libra and a week ahead, and I'll speak to you again next week. Much love, everyone. Bye for now.